All right, what's up, everybody? We got another painting today. Um, I did put in the description that the thumbnail picture is mainly going to be used for inspiration. I don't necessarily want to do the same picture. I saw it and I did like it. I just don't necessarily like the colors of it. But if you want to, do the same picture, I would credit the artist that I got the picture from. But I honestly don't know who the artist is. Um, so if anybody does know, that'd be great, and that way I can give them some credit. Um, but I basically want to do the same thing as far as the concept. Um, with that being said, I am starting off with, again, our same palette. And this is actually the palette I was working with last stream. So, but again, same colors. Um, we also have our same brushes. So I'll show you guys. Again, we have our big brush here. We have our medium brushes. And then our liner brush. I am doing this on a black canvas since it's kind of a dark picture. But if you have a white canvas, you can also do it with your white canvas. I think your colors would actually pop out a little bit better on a white canvas. But what I want to do is, if you see the thumbnail picture, it does have like a tree right in the middle and a really big moon. Again, I do want to do basically something similar. And I do want to say what's up, everybody. Again, thank you so much for being here. Ricky, Mike, Blood. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. Paint first, paint fast, no mercy. Yeah. Something like that, for sure. All right. I'm gonna start off with the background here. Again, we have just like a blue gradients going on, and then we have like a darker color towards the top. I actually want to do more of like a aquaish color, and I might have to get another brush here. I was just mixing colors with this one right here, but I did just make like an aqua color, like a really dark aqua color. And I am doing vertical strokes here. I just kind of want to get this paint on here relatively fast. Like Ricky's saying over here, paint fast. That's what I'm trying to do right now, but I think my brush is impeding me from doing that. hope everybody's having a great Saturday. Oh, that sounds cool, Blood. The 3D render. That actually sounds really cool. Hey, what's up, K2? Thanks for showing up. Thanks for being here. Again, I'm doing like a teal color. Hopefully, y'all could see it. If not, it'll probably it'll probably be better if you did this on a white canvas. I'm glad y'all see me struggling with it as opposed to having to struggle with it yourselves. All right, I'm gonna switch brushes. I'm gonna go in with my black at the top and then kind of just smooth out these colors. Our moon is gonna go right on top of this, so I just want to make sure that it's all kind of blended in good before we move in to anything else. Just take a little water and blend out the color that I already have on the canvas. But I think oh Lord. I think I'm gonna make some more teal here. And you know what? I might make it a little bit lighter too towards the bottom. Maybe get a lighter teal. See how this works. This actually looks more green, but we'll work with it. I really don't think y'all could see the color with the light, the way that it's shining. Maybe y'all could see it like this. Hopefully by the end of this painting, we'll be able to see the color on the screen. I'm gonna add maybe a tad bit of white to my teal here, so that way maybe y'all could see it a little bit better. Ooh. I think out of everything, my backgrounds probably take the most time. Last painting, though, it definitely didn't. I wonder why. And again, I want to thank everybody for showing up to that stream. Something different that we'll be doing every week. And we'll go back in with our black down here. I do want to add that water element down here, so we'll be having some of those colors reflect down here. All right, I don't know if y'all could see those colors. Maybe like that. It's kind of hard. I could change the lighting. Let me see if. Oof, that's even worse. That's even worse. Excuse me, hold up. Let me see if I can change this lighting here. That is not better. Oh man. Maybe that? No? Okay. I'm not really sure how to change that lighting. What I can do is I could probably just go a lot lighter as far as the background goes. Oh man, I apologize, y'all. I didn't know that my lighting was going to be really affected by this black canvas right here. Like I said, I think what I can do is try to make this color just a little bit lighter. I don't want to go too light because it is going to be a dark scenery. Hey, what's up, Smoky Spaceman? Thanks for being here. It is not a black bear sleeping in a cave. But you know what? I think a bear would be cool to paint. I was also thinking about painting a llama at some point. Those are cool. And I definitely want to do a cow. Been wanting to paint a cow for a while. I am gonna just let this dry for a little bit. Like I said, maybe by the time we're done painting like our moon and tree and all that good stuff, maybe we could see the colors a little bit better. I could see them just fine on my end, but I don't think y'all could see these colors. So I'm just a little worried about that. Is it a raven flying in a dark forested area? You know what? If by the time I'm halfway through this painting and y'all still can't see what I'm doing, I'm just ending the stream. I'm just gonna do that. I'm kidding, but again, I could go lighter. Smoky Spaceman, it's funny that you say that because I have an idea. Um, so someone in chat always brings up dolphins. Shout out to you, Moldy, if you're watching. But I was looking at dolphin pictures, and I saw a couple. I was thinking, man, those actually would be cool to paint. So I'll eventually do all kinds of animals. K2 wants to get his wrench taken away. Or it's a shield now, I forgot. Yeah. Shield, wrench. Same difference, right? Alright, I did add the black, but I think it should be drying by now. Okay, some of the areas of the black are still a little bit wet, but I know this portion is definitely dry. So while we're waiting on that black to dry, what we want to do is we want to make the color of our moon. Now, I was thinking we do like a bright yellow moon. So I think the way I want to go about it is actually by using yellow oxide. So I do have primary yellow, and please, if you don't have yellow oxide, you could just use like your, if you have brown, you could use brown and mix it with your yellow to make like a dark color. I am working with time here, so that's why I'm just pulling out my yellow oxide, but I'm mixing it with my primary yellow so it's not as golden. So this is how our primary yellow normally looks, and this is yellow oxide right over here. So again, I'm just taking a bunch of primary yellow and mixing it with my yellow oxide. Now, if you feel more comfortable taking out like a compass um, to make your circle, or even like a bowl or a plate or something to make your circle, you can. I'm just gonna freehand it. I don't want it to take up the entire background, and I also don't want it to take up a lot of space down here. So I'm gonna keep my circle relatively towards the top over here, maybe about that size from my pinky to my thumb, somewhere around there. All right, let's check this black. Seems pretty good. And actually, before we do that, and then we have to do multiple layers. Hold up, give me a second. I'm gonna go over it and do a layer of white first, and then I'll go in with my yellow. It'll just make your yellow pop out a whole lot more. And again, you don't have to do multiple layers. What's the soundtrack today? It is called Dark Fantasy Playlist. I did recognize one of the songs. I don't really care for it, but I did recognize it. Um, Being that I don't know how long my classes are going to take, I just try to look for playlists that are 3+ hours. So that way I can make sure, you know, they last a while. Oh, it's a canary in a coal mine. Oh, you know what? I like that. It's an oncoming headlight of a train. Oh yeah. You know what? Let's just change the whole painting. Let's do that. I like that idea. So anyway, the tracks are going to go down here. Just kidding. But I'm going to go in with my yellow. I'm going to see if it mixes too much with my white right now because it is still kind of wet, then I'll wait a little bit. But it actually could work to our advantage. And the reason why I say that is because we don't want just a big old yellow circle, right? We want different shades in there. So we can definitely have like lighter shades. And by going in with our yellow right now, it'll give us that. I know you're just teasing. Again, I appreciate you being here, Smoking Spaceman. Being that I'm not going along with a reference picture, kind of just doing my own thing. We're all gonna see how this comes out at the end. I was really thinking about getting one of those standing easels so that way I don't have to sit on the floor while I'm painting. I don't know if y'all could see it. There we go. Maybe it's just the way it's standing. Would lowering it like this be better for you guys? Like, can y'all see that a little bit better? Less reflection? All right, cool. Yeah, thank you so much, Space Silky Spaceman. Big grifter over there. I didn't post my links. I'm sure y'all know I'm not much of a grifter, but my links are up on my channel. And I do have furniture. I just don't want to get my furniture full of paint. Uh, if y'all saw earlier, I did drop my brush. So I just don't want to get my furniture all messed up. I have a lot of clothes with paint. It's funny that I'm wearing this shirt. I didn't even try to, but it says, oh, painter's touch. Painter's touch, which is funny. I did not plan that. I just threw on a shirt as soon as I got home from work. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take a darker color. So what I did, and again, I'm doing a little cheating right here because I'm not mixing my normal colors, but what you can do is just make a brown and mix it with the yellow that you already have. I took a little bit of burnt sienna and mixed it with my yellow. And I'm just gonna do little areas in my moon with that color. And we'll also do a couple of highlighted areas. So again, we can have some different things going on the moon. It doesn't have to be all just one plain color. Hey, I just got a PayPal. Thank you so much. I don't want to say the name, but thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And no, it's not. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some white and my yellow, and again, I'm just like how I did the splotches of the brownish area. That's what I'm gonna do here with my white. David Pac-Man. Yeah, this shirt's actually an artist shirt. Who's from California. I don't really listen to her music anymore, but I kept the shirt. Thank you so much for that fact, Ricky. I appreciate that. Although I will say this doesn't look anything like brie cheese. Any cheese. Okay. Thank you for that, Ricky. So whenever you're happy with your moon, again, you can add as much detail as you want. Excuse me. Or as little detail as you want. I am just going back and forth between my dark colors, my regular yellow that I used, and then a combination of white and that yellow, and maybe some splotches of that white. All right. I'm pretty happy with my moon. I'm going to go ahead and let that dry. But what I'm thinking is, so again, using the thumbnail as an inspiration, we have the tree flat in the middle going, you know, up to the moon. But what I'm thinking is, what if we have the tree? It's still kind of covering the moon, but not exactly. And instead of just one flat little island, what if we do like, hmm, I don't even know what you would call that, like a hill? Something where it starts really small and then it gets bigger as it goes out of the canvas. I think that's what I want to do. And you know what we'll do too is we'll make some lighter grain colors so that way y'all could see them. I also want to have some of that moon reflecting on the water. I'm gonna mix a couple of grains here. All right, so I got a couple greens, if y'all could see them. This is more of a bluish color. I am going to be using this one more for the water area. Okay, so what I think I want to do, I'm sorry, you guys, I'm kind of just talking to myself at this point because I'm not really sure what I want to do. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm taking some of this burnt sienna and mixing the tiniest bit of black to just make it a little bit darker. I know this is going to kill my color, but I am just going to use it as a background for our little hill area. So again, I do want the moon pretty much under it. How do I want to do this? I'm gonna do one straight line. I am gonna have a little bit of terrain coming down from the bottom. And then over here at the top, I am just gonna get bigger and bigger till it comes out. I don't know if y'all can see that at all. Not too good. The reflection really is working against us today. I probably should have went with the thumbnail picture. Yeah, right, Ricky? To look crazy or to look crazy? Alrighty. Let's just work with what we got right now. I'm not gonna completely give up on it, but ooh man. This is starting off rough. This is the area where my tree's gonna sit. So that's why I was saying that I'm gonna have a little bit of terrain kind of sticking out. But it definitely gives it a lot more depth. I do want to apologize, y'all. I'm looking at the screen and I can tell y'all can't see anything that I'm doing here, which is pointless if I'm gonna stream this. Y'all can see that, right? Oh man, I am trying to figure out how to do that. All right. How about this? Let's make the shape of our tree. We'll figure out how to get you guys to look at it in just a second. I think my lighting is just not working with me today. But I also think it also has a lot to do with the actual painting and what the subject that we're painting, not the painting. Okay. Yeah, K2, I think somebody already said, I think it was Ricky. It's a cheese ball. Yeah. And then we're going to have a reflection of our cheese ball in the water, which is nice. Again, this is just background color. So we're going to cover most of this brown color, but we do want some of it sticking out. But I'm using it as just a background color right now, especially to kind of map out our places of where everything's going to be at. So before my yellow runs out, what I do want to do is start working on the reflection on this water. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to do basically horizontal lines following the moon shape. And maybe it's a tiny bit bigger. I might have to cover this little bit with some of our greens, but again, I'm just trying to establish a shape for my moon here. And I know it sounds corny, but we should trust the process. I know we can come out with a really nice painting today. I haven't let us down yet. So the blue I'm using actually is this one right here that I mixed. I don't want to go too much in the yellow area. I kind of just want to do it more towards the sides. This area down here. We will have some of the yellow popping out, but I definitely want to establish some of these blues and greens before we move on to that yellow. Again, just trying to make the shape, and then we can add details later. The further away I go, the darker my blue is going to get. So I did just mix the one that I made with more blue. I'm not using the blue straight out of the palette. I am mixing it with my colors that I've already been making. But again, you can have some areas that cut in with that darker color. Think of it as blending, but you're overlapping these colors. I do apologize, y'all, for not being able to see it too good. Here, let me see if maybe if I can do this. And y'all could see it. No, the reflection is just so bad. Is that maybe a little bit better? So like I was saying, we can go ahead and take a little bit of that yellow and kind of just come out a little bit. Nothing too crazy, right? But like you don't want yellow down here or on the other side, but just a tiny bit. It is a reflection after all, so it's gonna look distorted, especially the way the water moves. Oh, nice. Okay, so y'all could actually see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm glad. Thank you so much, Smoky Spaceman. You like the waves. All right, cool. There should be a mouse on the branch. Yeah. Like if I do a really big tree, is that what you're saying, K2? A huge tree, so that way I could have a tiny little mouse or something. That's actually not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea. Or a mouse in a fishing boat. All right, let's save these ideas for Brush Your Luck. Again, I'll be doing those Thursdays at 7. Um, every Thursday. And then if you didn't show up to the last one, too bad, but we had a lot of fun. We ended up making that skyline painting that you see right there, right there. We ended up making that one. Check out the last video. But super fun and interactive for chat, so that way you guys, I like how y'all can throw ideas out there and I have to think less about what I'm actually doing. I just have to worry about technique. So the ideas are definitely appreciated, you guys. And again, I'm using darker blue now since I'm towards the edges. I will be using a darker blue. And again, we can definitely get funky with this. And maybe some of that teal that we have up in the sky. Although y'all can't see it, but it is pretty dark, I will admit that. But maybe I could put some of that TL2 on the water. Just gives us more to look at. Thank you again, everybody, for being here. I know I say thank you a lot, but I really appreciate y'all. I am separating the water line right now from the sky. Oh, you're actually doing it right now? That's cool. Again, trust the process right now because I'm on the same boat. I'm on the same boat right now, so don't even worry about it, blood. That's so cool. Definitely share it when you're done. I would love to see it. I didn't know you were doing it right now. That's really cool. I don't think I've had somebody follow my class yet as we're doing it live. I've had folks definitely follow the class um, after the live, which I understand because sometimes you just need a little bit more time. All right, let's leave the water alone for a little bit. Let's work on our tree here. You can always go back to the water. I just wanted to go ahead and add, again, just those basic shapes. But, oh my lord, we are at 1 hour and 15. Okay, let's speed up, people. And by people, I mean me. But, um, I know that I've done trees with you guys before. Again, really all I do is I kind of just let my hand, I start from the bottom and I let my hand kind of drag me up. I am going to cover again a little bit of this moon. Oh, wow. Is that Dr. Crispy? Wow. Thank you so much for being here. See you all the time. I would definitely mod you here, but if you notice, almost everybody here is a mod. Um, you know what, K2? I'm taking your wrench to give it to Dr. Crispy. Yeah, I believe so. I believe you're modded out, and that's why I just appreciate you even being here. Thank you so much. All right, let me focus on this tree here. I was thinking about what kind of tree do I want to do because I know that we haven't done too many. We've definitely done like pines. If you notice the picture in the background over here, we did that funky looking tree. But let's just see what we come up with here. You said I don't want a shield, I want a wrench. Well, I have no authority on that. But hey, maybe once I get monetized or something, I know that you could change those little symbols. Oh, or actually, no, not for mods. But you can change it for your members. That's what it is. Okay, well, never mind. We still got a long way to go anyway. So until then, you're gonna have to just deal with your shield there, K2. Did I finish my icon? No. I ended up getting sick on Wednesday, so I didn't get to go to class. Um, my icon is still sitting there, but I also forgot to get my stick when I was in class last week. I was in a rush to leave, and I left my stick there, and I just forgot. So it's been one of those things where like, okay, well, I'm missing something, and I didn't go to class. So last time I went to class, we were building easels, and I didn't really get to work on it. But my teacher looked at it, and he's like, it looks good. Just something simple. And I said, but what can I do? Does it actually look good? And he said, if you want the truth, I'll go ahead and tell you. And he just had a lot of and it's not bad. It's great critique. I'm not saying it's bad. He had a lot of critique as far as my paint strokes, which I admit I was very shaky during all of that. So he noticed my paint strokes were pretty shaky. And I agree. When it comes down to icons, you want to be very confident as far as where your paintbrush is going. For paintings like this, it's okay if I'm a little shaky. And there was, some little areas that I needed to make a little bit thicker or things like that nature. But overall, he liked it. It was just, things like that. But again, it's my first icon. I'm not going to become an iconographer the first icon that I make. I'm just really happy to be able to join a class and learn from somebody as talented as Panayotis. I'm over here distracted about icon talk that I forgot to describe what I'm doing. I took my green here and I'm adding my shadow areas first. And then from there, I'll go ahead and add my lighter areas. Again, you always want to work from dark to light. You don't want to use your lightest color first. And that goes not just for landscapes, but definitely portraits. Portraits, you want to go dark first, then light, and then details, towards the end. Block out shapes first. If you're doing a portrait, definitely get your, what's the word? I was going to say composition, but I don't think that's the right word. Proportions. There we go. Get your proportions right first. Yeah, he's an icon writer all over the city. Actually, there's a lot of parishes that have his work. My parish included. Trying to remember which ones did he do. I know he did the Holy Teotokos right in front. He did do that one, and it's beautiful. I can actually take pictures and I can show y'all. But again, he does have a website or a Facebook page, I believe. That's what he has. He is on the older side, so I believe that's what he mainly uses. Is Facebook. In fact, what I can do for you, Dr. Crispy, is I can go ahead and post it. I don't know if you're on Tony's server as far as his Discord, but I could post a picture of his business card on if you want on the Orthodox channel, and that way you could see his stuff. But yeah, he's been doing it for years. Very devoted to the church. They were better than the artists, yeah. No, yeah, he's very humble, very sweet. It was funny because Father George, when I first started the class, or when I was inquiring about the class, uh, he was like, "Are you sure you want to do this? Because it's a lot of work, and he's not the nicest guy, and saying all these things." And I was just like, "Yeah, of course, I want to do this." He ended up being such a sweet gentleman. Um, but that's awesome. You used to frame them. That's really cool. I don't want to be that guy, y'all, but or that gal. I don't know why I said guy, but I don't want to be that gal. But I think we're gonna go over the 2 hour mark. There's just no way that I'm gonna finish this in less than 2 hours. So I do like to say that because I know, especially when it comes down to something like this for painting, sometimes we don't have the patience, I could say. I hate artists. Yeah, picture framer. That's cool. And no, you don't have to be sorry. I know. Yeah, most of us are pretty wacky, for sure. I'll even throw myself in there. Yeah, don't be sorry. I want to do some trees like in the background, like over here, but definitely don't want them too detailed. Maybe there's like bushes or something over here in this area. And then we'll go lighter as we go more up. So he said, okay. Oh. Make up your mind. I'm just kidding. Everybody could be a little wacky, but I think that's what's interesting about people. And yeah, I agree with you, Blood, right there. I Even when I was doing art full time, I didn't want to be associated to modern art. I was trying to do my own style with portraits. I was actually thinking about it, and you guys tell me, but I I think I want to do a stream where I show you guys how I do my pour technique. So if anybody has seen my portrait art that I used to do, they all have a common background, I should say. So I would do a pour, and I know, yeah, some people have seen pours and how people do them, but I don't do any of those techniques. Most people like to use like multiple cups and stuff like that, but I don't do any of that. I actually just use one cup. I like to use fire too when I'm doing my pours. And this strange liquid, it's liquid silicone. I can show you all the bottle, but it says it's mainly used for cars. For what? I have no idea, but it says that's what it's mainly used for cars. But the silicone, it reacts when I add fire to it. It reacts. It has a crazy reaction. Um, and man, would that be cool for y'all to see. I would probably have to have my setup outside though. It's the only thing. That stuff can get really messy, and I'd hate for it to be all over my floors. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about it, Blood. I think what I'm gonna do is probably wait till the spring so that way I could do it outside. Like I said, it gets messy, and I don't want to take any chances. So again, you guys, what I'm doing as of right now is I'm taking that dark color, adding that first, just getting my shapes, and then I'm going over with a lighter color, and I'll go over with an even lighter color to get some different dimension, or depth, I should say. Gave you an idea about modern art? Read. White on rice and bananas? You know what? It's funny that you say that because I saw a funny meme of her, just with her band-aid. Oh, poor. Not really poor her, but someone added bananas and rice next to her, and that would be funny to paint. So again, you guys, hold on to your ideas for brush your luck, because again, if everybody decides to do that, then we'll do that. I think the categories that I have as of right now is landscapes. I did have animals, but I'll also add portraits. Now, portraits are probably going to take a lot longer as far as time wise of the stream, but I do think that they would be very funny. Maybe we have a little grass area or something here. Again, I'm so sorry, you guys. I really don't think y'all could see what I'm doing at all. Kind of gave up on explaining what I'm doing, to be honest. But if you're still here, I do appreciate it. And even if you're not, again, I appreciate anybody coming in, saying hey. So awesome. We got Dr. Crispy in the chat. So again, thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. Banana duct tape to a canvas hanging on a wall. Paint the SSL. You really want me to paint that? Paint the USS Liberty. Oh man. You know, I wanted to paint I wanted to paint 9/11, and somebody told me that that might take down my channel, or it might just take down the video, or I'll get flagged for it, or something like that. Um, Hold up, I'm sorry, I just had a brain fart, and I'm not sure why I got up. I got up for something though. I'm trying to figure out what it was. Oh, right. This is what I got up for. You see all the paint on it. And I've had this bottle for years. So I guess it's for like gears and stuff like that for your car. Oh yeah, I've had this bottle for years. But really, you just use a couple of drops of this on your paint. You don't need a lot. And again, it's a silicone. It's a liquid silicone. So when you mix it with your paint, and then you add that fire element, man, it looks really cool. I also need to add my IG handle somewhere on my YouTube. I know a lot of the art is probably not what you guys would probably want to see, but it is the art that I have made. So that way y'all can get an idea of what I used to make. All right, let's do this. I want to show you guys at least what I have so far, but it's really hard to tell with the glare. It is extremely hard to tell. But I do want you guys to be able to see it at least. Oh, I'll definitely take a picture of it. And it kind of does look tropical. You know what I should add is I should add the reflection of the tree down here by the water. That'll definitely make it look more interesting. Let's work on that. Maybe it looks tropical because it's right by the water. That wasn't my intention, to be honest. Because I do have kind of like pine trees or something going on over here outside. But I'll tell you this, it definitely looks calming. Just a super calm night. Oh, definitely. You get some sleep, Dr. Crispy. Again, thank you so much for stopping by. I will be working on my icon and I'll be working on many more. I do appreciate your interest in that, in my journey there. So we'll see you on the flip side. But again, thank you so much for joining. This is the third time that they added this song to this playlist. Remind me not to put this playlist on again. Oh man, I'm so tempted to just change it. But so far, it's been relaxing. Um, All right. How much of this can y'all actually see? I think that's the best view y'all are gonna get. This glare is just not working with us. Well, thank you, Blood, but that doesn't answer my question. I was wondering how much y'all can actually see of it as I'm working. I don't think y'all can actually see any of it. Which is tough. Very, very tough. I really think it's just because of the subject, being that it's pretty dark, and it didn't help using a black canvas. So again, I apologize, y'all. I am just adding, more things so that way y'all can see it a little bit better. But other than that, I think I'm almost done here. I wanted to keep the water more darker towards the end, but you just really can't see anything. When it comes down to mistakes, I like adding rocks. I just like adding rocks and makes it a lot easier. And then I can also do like the grass blades on top of the rock. Maybe add another rock over here. That way this one ain't too lonely. All right, definitely sounded like Bob Ross right there. Okay. Exactly, Blood. Happy accidents equals rocks. Definitely. Obviously, there's always more you can add to a painting. If you want to be more detailed, like as far as the little grassy areas, you can. What I did is I added just the different colors so that way you could see that it's kind of like a hilly area. But I definitely did not add any detail. But if you wanted to do that, you definitely can. But I think we have our painting, y'all. So I will post a picture. That way y'all could see it a little bit better. Oh man, that glare is just terrible for us. Here's our rock. Oh man, I can't even show y'all the rock. Here we go. Here's the rock. And again, I'll just put it up like this so y'all could see it. Hold up. If I angle it this way. Oh my god, why didn't I do that this entire time? Oh wow. Okay. Well, again, thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate y'all being here. I do want to see who is live. Then we can go ahead and raid over there. Emmett's live. if one of my mods can post Emmett's link. And again, if y'all want to head over to Emmett is actually doing karaoke, so that'll be fun. But again, thank you so much, y'all. Have a great night. God bless. Go to liturgy tomorrow. All that good stuff. See y'all next time.